Why, hello there YouTube and welcome to a Revolting review. I'm Random Ross and today I'm reviewing Godzilla, King of the Monsters. So this is directed by Trick or Treat and Krampus's director, Michael Dougherty, and it stars Kyle Chandler, Vara Farmiga, Millie Bobby Brown, Bradley Whitford, Sally Hawkins, Charles Dance, Thomas Middleditch, Aisha Hines, O'Shea Jackson Jr., David Straw or something, Ken Waterville, and Zhang Zing. So this is the sequel to 2014's Godzilla, and in this one, a eco-terrorist group led by Charles Dance decides to unleash all the kaiju and all the titans among the earth, so they believe that it would benefit better from man's destruction of Earth and how much they've abused the planet and polluted it. But of course they soon bite off more than they can chew when they unleash King Ghidorah, who is, conquering the Earth and waking up other monsters that include Rodin. And of course we get Mothra in there as well, who starts off as a caterpillar but then becomes a big giant moth. And of course the only one who can help everyone is Godzilla, but he's not as strong as Ghidorah and eventually loses to the three-headed dragon before having a nuclear reboot and heading to Boston, where he fights the giant dragon with the help of Mothra, queen of the monsters, and they have this big brawl down, this big fight to see who becomes the king of the monsters. Of course we all know Godzilla wins and he becomes the new king of the monsters, whilst one severed head of Ghidorah gets taken and bought by Charles Dance's character to create a machine with the brain activation of creating Mechagodzilla, which we'll get to when we do Godzilla vs. Kong. So what did I like about this? Well, it had a good cast in this, quite a big cast, quite well-known names. We had Millie Bobby Brown from Stranger Things and Vara Farmiga, who was like fresh off Bates Motel at the time, and we got Kyle Chandler too, and we got a few old faces returning, including Sally Hawkins and the other guy who was playing the Japanese one in this, who both meet their demises in this one. And of course there was some, like I say, the human drama which people aren't really there to see. We're all here to see the monsters, we're here to see the big giant kaiju fights, and we get that in this. We do. We see Godzilla face off against Ghidorah 3 times. Round 3 he comes out victorious with the massive nuclear bomb reboot they give him, and he gets strong. And yeah, I like the ending where he claims his title and becomes the new king of the monsters. I also like the Monarch references and the brief mention of Skull Island. I also thought the visual effects for Mothra were amazing, and the effects for the whole thing was very nicely done. It had good visual effects and we had some good fighting scenes. It's just a lot of them we had a lot of human interaction in between, but like I said, we were all here to see the monsters, and we got to see the monsters. We got to see the giants rise out of the ground from Hollow Earth, and all, come from there. We even get Rodin in there, the giant bird-like thing as well, who's another acquaintance of Godzilla's in the old movies. This was just a good action blast adventure, and we got to see big monsters in this. Still, I find it was a lot more of an improvement than the 2014 Godzilla, but I don't feel it was as good as Skull Island, Kong Skull Island. But, this was only the 3rd movie in this legendary Monsterverse, and we were about to see so much more, because this set things in motion for Godzilla vs. Kong, which we'll get to. Nearly 50, 60 years and the two kinds have a rematch. But yeah, Godzilla, King of the Monsters. Like I say, the effects on Godzilla, they improve him a lot this time. They make him look more bigger, more buff, more nuclear. So yeah, ratings. What am I going to rate this one? I think I will give Godzilla King of the Monsters. I think I will give this one 3.5 stabs out of 5. 3.5 stabs out of 5 for Godzilla King of the Monsters. So there you go. There's your review for this one. So we got one more movie stop before we head to Godzilla, Kong, The New Empire. I'm also planning on reviewing the series Monarch when I finish watching that. I'm nearly done watching that, by the way. So yeah, have you seen this one? Let me know down in the comments below if you have. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Share with your friends and feel free to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And to hit that notification bell. All my social media links are linked down below in the description, so feel free to check all it out. I've been Random Ross, and this has been a Revolting review on Godzilla, King of the Monsters. So, until next time, don't have nightmares.